Some people thrive on disrespect. They test your patience, push your buttons, and expect you to lose control. That's their game. But here's the truth. Losing your temper means they win. The real power lies in staying calm and delivering a response so sharp, so unexpected that it leaves them speechless. No yelling, no emotional outbursts, just pure, calculated words that make them regret ever crossing you. In this video, I'll give you powerful comebacks that shut down rudeness instantly. Say these, and you'll never feel disrespected again. By the way, if you enjoy deep, thought-provoking insights on stoicism, self-improvement, and navigating life with wisdom, you'll love my free newsletter. Every other day, I share powerful lessons, controversial truths, and practical strategies to help you level up, all for free. Want to join? Hit subscribe to Stoic State Daily and receive cutting-edge lessons in stoicism, self-mastery, and unshakable confidence. Subscribe now and start every week stronger, wiser, and untouchable. You're entitled to your opinion, and I'm entitled to ignore it. This is one of the most underrated power moves you can use when dealing with rude, arrogant, or judgmental people. It's not an attack, nor is it emotional. It's a calm, simple reminder that their words hold zero weight in your life. And nothing frustrates an egotistical person more than being dismissed. Rude people don't criticize to help you or even because they believe they're right. They criticize to control the conversation, to feel superior, and to make you feel small. When you refuse to argue, defend, or even acknowledge them, when you just smile and move on, you strip away their power. The moment I learned this, my mindset changed forever. I stopped feeling the need to prove myself. I realized I had been explaining myself to people who had never accomplished anything worth emulating. The next time someone tried to belittle my efforts, I simply said, "You're entitled to your opinion, and I'm entitled to ignore it," and walked away. Their stunned silence spoke volumes. Why this response works so well. This comeback is perfect for shutting down rude people because it denies them exactly what they crave, your emotional reaction. It sends a clear message that they're free to speak, but you don't have to care. You don't seek their validation, and their words don't shake your confidence. People who thrive on disrespect hate feeling ignored, especially when they've put effort into trying to provoke you. That's why this response is so effective. It instantly makes them realize their opinion is irrelevant to you, and to someone who thinks they're important, that's the most crushing blow of all. When to use this response? Use this line when someone mocks your career path, life choices, or goals, especially if you're pursuing something unconventional that others don't understand. Simply smile and say, "You're entitled to your opinion, and I'm entitled to ignore it." When a toxic family member, coworker, or acquaintance tries to belittle your ideas or decisions, calmly deliver the line and move on. It works powerfully in personal relationships, at work, and even with strangers. The hard truth is, most people who criticize you aren't doing better than you. They're just louder, and the louder they are, the more insecure they usually feel. They want to control the conversation because deep down, they're afraid they might be wrong. That's why this response is so powerful. It subtly reminds them that their words mean nothing to you. You don't seek their validation. Their opinion is just that, an opinion, not a fact. And when you hold that frame, their attempts to undermine you fall flat. There's an old saying, "A lion doesn't lose sleep over the opinions of sheep." That's the mindset you need. The next time someone rudely tells you what they think about your life, don't argue, don't defend yourself. Just smile, say, "You're entitled to your opinion, and I'm entitled to ignore it," and move on with your day. Their opinions? Completely irrelevant. 2. If I had $1 for every smart thing you said, I'd be broke. This comeback is pure gold because it does two things at once. It sounds playful, yet it cuts deep. On the surface, it seems like a lighthearted joke, but its true meaning is brutal. You're telling them they've never said anything intelligent, without outright calling them stupid. It exposes their lack of substance. People who are rude often talk a lot but say very little of value. This line reminds them that while they may run their mouth constantly, nothing meaningful ever comes out. The best part? It's almost impossible to respond to. If they get angry, they look defensive. If they argue, they prove your point. It's a verbal checkmate. How I used this line and shut someone down instantly. I had an old classmate. Let's call him Ryan. Ryan's only talent was mocking people. He wasn't particularly smart, funny, or successful, but he knew how to act like he was. His whole game was about talking louder than everyone else, throwing in sarcastic insults and making people feel small so he could feel big. One day, in a group conversation, I was explaining a simple point. Ryan interrupted with a smug, "Oh yeah, because you're such a genius, right?" The group laughed, not because he was clever, but because of the confidence behind his sarcasm. In that moment, I had two choices: let him get away with it or shut him down. I smiled and calmly said, "Ryan, if I had $1 for every smart thing you said, I'd be broke." Silence. One guy choked on his drink. Another said, "Oh, damn." Ryan sat there shifting uncomfortably, struggling to find a comeback. He never found one. From then on, he never tried that nonsense with me again. Why this comeback hits so hard? It highlights their lack of intelligence without directly insulting them. You're not calling them dumb outright. You're pointing out, subtly but unmistakably, that they've never contributed anything of value. It flips the power dynamic. Rude people thrive on making others feel smaller, but this line throws their own game back at them. It puts them in an unwinnable position. If they argue, they only look less intelligent. If they stay silent, they admit defeat. Either way, you win. It's a simple, devastating way to reclaim control and end the conversation on your terms. The brutal reality, and your next step. People who love to mock others usually have nothing valuable to offer themselves. They hide behind sarcasm and noise, thinking it makes them look sharp, when in reality, it only exposes their insecurity. The next time someone who never says anything meaningful tries to tear you down, smile and say, "If I had $1 for every smart thing you said, I'd be broke." Watch them crumble under the weight of their own emptiness. And if you're ready to master more of these calm, cutting, and confidence-building responses, plus gain weekly wisdom to help you rise above life's chaos, subscribe to Stoic State Daily. Join thousands of readers who start every week with powerful insights and strategies for unshakable self-mastery. Click subscribe and take control of your mindset today.